Hello, hello, hello. Have you guys been looking for me? Well, guess what? You found me in the kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots. Here I am. There I be. I'm in my kitchen. It's Saturday, meal prep. You know I do Saturdays and Sundays meal prep. Today, in my kitchen, I am doing something my way, New Orleans style, but someone else's way. But I'm doing it my way, okay? Come in my kitchen, come in my kitchen. I'm doing, guess what? Steak. Yes, you have it. Marinated steak. I am doing Philly cheese steak, okay? My way, New Orleans way, my style. Yes. Of course, I use some Creole seasoning. I use some garlic and I use some olive oil, okay? I have my pan already hot and ready to go. I have my vegetables here. Yes, I'm doing the bell pepper, onion, and celery. Bell pepper and onion, I'm sorry. Forget the celery. We love celery in New Orleans. You know that. And I also use some, Creole seasoning. That's right. I did. Okay. And I also used a little A1 steak sauce. I also used a little red wine, cooking wine. That's to marinate my stuff with. I did it overnight. And then I also added some brown sugar bourbon. I'm going to give it my own flavor, right? And I added a little bit mesquite, okay? Those were 2 for $5. I was excited. And then, of course, I used some black pepper. So that's my marinade, okay? You know I'm going to be using some good old hoagie bread, okay? Just plain white bread. I have my grill going. I'm going to go ahead and heat it up. My pan is ready. It's ready for that good. And then I'm going to get this pan ready too for my bread. So I'm using good old olive oil. I'm sorry for my voice, you guys. You know it's allergy season. And I can't stand summer. I grill in the house because I don't like outside. But I do what I do. Okay, not what you do. I do what I do. Okay. So my pan is ready. I'm going to open up my bread. And I'm using a serrated knife for bread. You see that, guys? So we can have some smooth lines. I'm not going to go all the way through. I'm letting that pan heat up. Okay. All right. I do all things Angela's way, okay? You may have a different way of doing things. I also have a different way of doing things. So I use flank steak, you guys. And I'm using the grill, the black iron pan. I love my black iron pan. So I pre-did everything. It was marinated overnight. And I used flank steak. I cut up everything. It's on high heat. They're trying to run away from me. And I'm cooking down my steak on high heat, okay? A grill pan is usually real hot. I like to use my cast iron pot because it holds heat, but it holds heat evenly all throughout. So my meat, I'm doing it high because it's going to start cooking down. Turn it up a little bit more. And I'm going to let that meat cook. I want it to get a little crust on it. So I'm going to let it cook. You know when I'm dealing with seasonings, I cough or I sneeze or they both come behind each other. But that's how it is and that's what it is. So I have my pan ready here. I'm going to put my meat in there. I want my meat to go ahead and cook down. Get tender and juicy. I want it to have a crust on it. So I'm going to let it keep cooking. And then I'm going to place it to the side. Okay. I'm going to place it to the side. And then I'm going to add my vegetables in a hot pan. Okay. Then once we do that, I can put it in this pan and save it for later. And then when I want to make my hoagies, I could go ahead and add the cheese. Some people I noticed they use cheese sauce, which is good too, but I don't want to go that far. Maybe I might try that on a different recipe one day. But I'm going to taste my meat. You know that. I'm going to taste it and see how flavorful it is. But I did add Creole seasoning. And I added, you know, all the seasoning I showed you. I'm a New Orleans girl, so Creole seasoning is everything to me. Tony Chachere is thebomb.com, right? So I'm letting my meat cook down. It's going to have some good. And I'm going to give it a taste, okay? And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the grill, my bread, and let that cook down a little bit, get warm, nice and warm. And then, then I'm going to show you how I assemble mine, okay? So this meat is cooking up. And you can put this in the oven too. You can put it in the oven on 375 for 20 minutes. It gives it a nice crust too. But for the sake of time, I just wanted to go before you on my stove using my cast iron. Okay. So I'm getting my bread ready. This pan is heating on a low heat because I don't want to burn my bread. But I want it to warm up and get a little crust inside the bread, you know. So we're doing Philly cheesesteaks today. If you like the things that I do in my kitchen, it's always good to prep first. Always prep everything first. Cut up your stuff, marinate your meat, cut up your meat. Prep first so it'll be easier for you when you are cooking. And if you're not a person that likes to do things and it take a long time, then if you meal prep, if you prep beforehand, then you shouldn't have a problem with cooking, okay? So this is something I enjoy. It doesn't matter to me. I could come home from work in 8 hours and cook up something real quick. But I know we all need, you know, rest and time to ourselves. So I normally just do everything I like to do on the weekend. If I find I want to eat something during the week, I bring something for lunch. It's real easy for me to whip a salad together and bring that. Very simple, okay? Not very hard at all. I'm going to go ahead and taste this meat because the meat was cut real thin. It shouldn't take very long to cook. That's good. It's full of flavor too. Remember, I'm cooking this on high. It's good and juicy. I'm going to leave some of that sauce in there too. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. I'm going to add my bell pepper. I have 3 different kinds, yellow, orange, and red. Yellow, orange, red, and green. I have 4 different kinds. And I'm putting my onions in. And this is really, really flavorful, I'm telling you guys. It's really good. So that meat is coming together real good. So all I have to do is stir my bell pepper and onion in there. I already have I have garlic. This is what I use for my garlic, you guys. My minced garlic. And of course, you know I always use seasoning, our New Orleans style seasonings, of course. Bell pepper. That onion looks great. I'm going to add some more onion. A little more red in there. I seem to have used all the green, but I cut up my bell pepper and onion. I'm going to go ahead and put my sandwich together. I know I usually tell you guys not to disturb your meat, but with this you can because you're searing. So that's looking pretty good, you guys. I hope you can see that. My bun is pretty toasted. You see that? Isn't that pretty? And then you can also, you can go ahead and you can add some butter on there. This grill is not that hot. Add some butter on the bun. You can even add garlic on the bun too, if you guys want to. More flavor the better, right? And I'm going to show you my Philly cheese steak. Simple meal, easy to prepare. If you come prepared, you don't have to get ready, right? So if you come prepared, you don't have to get ready. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of this in here. I need to get some better tongs. I just don't like these. I used to like them, but I don't anymore. I don't know why, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead first, put this to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and toast this bread too. Okay, I'm toasting that one. And then I'm going to add some cheese to the bottom. And then we're going to put the steak on here. And I'll show you the finishing touches. This is the Philly cheese steak sandwich my way. Bell pepper, onion, and celery. And you can go ahead and drop this in the oven. There you have it, Philly cheese steak, all ready. You can even put it under the broiler, okay? So, there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this over in a pan, and I'm gonna show you how I'll do the next one. So we have the meat left in here, right? We got our pan on high. Our meat is left in here. And then you take the cheese and you just put the cheese all over it. You can cover it with a lid. Okay? You can cover it with a lid. Let that cheese go ahead and marinate in that sandwich. And then we got our Philly cheesesteak bread right here. Okay, and we just gonna put that butter on there. This is very rich too. This is a very rich sandwich. Very tasty sandwich. And while that cheese is all melting up on there, we're going to go ahead and get a little cheese down on below. And this is my version of Philly cheese steak. Bell peppers, onion, and all the seasonings. My New Orleans style Philly cheese steak, you guys. And there you have it. Isn't that beautiful? So we have 2 versions of the cheesesteak. And I'll put that on a plate for you. Put it on the plate for you. We don't want to miss out on anything. Philly cheesesteak, you guys. This is Creole Roots. You're in our kitchen with Angela. Thank you for joining me on my channel. If you like my things that I'm doing, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like, invite others. You can also comment. Okay? So invite others. Come on in. Follow me on Instagram. Also on Facebook. I even have a Pinterest, and I'm even going to start a Twitter. So thank you so much, guys. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, your Creole Roots girl. Those sandwiches look great. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining and subscribing to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.